short extract there from one of Johann Sebastian Bach's most famous organ chorales, Wachet auf, ruft uns die Stimme, Sleepers Wake. For many people, this is one of the first pieces of music that signals the beginning of the Advent season and the run-up to Christmas. On that theme, on the 12th of December, the fourth in our series of organ recitals, looking at how organ music has both drawn its inspiration from and shaped the liturgy itself, is going to look at some of the great melodies for Advent and Christmas, as well as pieces like Wachet auf, which isn't drawn directly from any plain chant. Many of the works, even of the Lutheran Church, of the Reformed Church and the German composers, are still based heavily on the Gregorian chant which came centuries before. From the Ambrosian rite, hundreds of years ago, comes the Advent hymn Veni Redemptor Gentium. Centuries-old plain chant, especially for the season of Advent. And even in the Reformed Church, Luther takes this melody and uses it to form one of his most famous of the Protestant Advent hymns, Nun komm der Heidenheiland, set by many of the Baroque composers, but you'll also hear snippets from two of the most important ones, from Dietrich Buxtehude and Johann Sebastian Bach, the master himself. Taking its inspiration from that very simple Ambrosian melody, this is how Buxtehude attempts his vision. We see in the early part of the 18th century that chorale preludes such as these are still relatively simple affairs, decorating the melody gently. But later in that century, of course, the master Johann Sebastian Bach comes along and takes the same theme but develops something of a totally different character. See the melody much more highly decorated and this much more orchestral feel of accompaniment. So these are some of the things we're going to be exploring over the rest of the series, the roots in Gregorian chant, how that's developed through the centuries, looking at the Baroque organists of France and primarily of Germany. But not everything is based on chant, and we'll also be taking a look at some of my personal favourite organ music for the period of Christmas are the Noëls, by the French Baroque composer Daquin. Not based on any Gregorian themes this time, but simply on secular Christmas melodies, using the typical sounds of the French Baroque organ. They're a great summary of everything the Christmas season is about. this and more, I hope to see you there.